I first met Lily back in college. Honestly, I never expected our relationship to last. She was a quiet, shy girl, pretty insecure, and most guys never even noticed her. She had a way of blending into the background like a timid little mouse. At first, I didn't even love her. To be blunt, I just wanted to add another conquest to my list. But then she started to change. She signed up for the gym, visited beauty salons more often, and within a year she was almost unrecognizable. The plain, awkward girl I once knew had transformed into a stunning woman, someone who turned heads wherever she went. I took full credit for it, feeling secretly proud of myself. My friends envied me, saying I had snagged her before she blossomed. They joked that I had taught her things you wouldn't even see in most adult films. And Lily? She turned out to be both sweet and insatiable. Before I knew it, I had no interest in looking for anyone else. Through graduation, I proposed, and a year later, I became a father. But despite all the changes, our relationship stayed the same. We loved each other deeply and respected each other's personal space. I trusted her completely. The thought of her cheating never even crossed my mind. She spent every spare minute caring for our daughter, teaching her new things, and when our little one was at daycare, Lily worked tirelessly to keep our home running smoothly. While many of our friends and neighbors ended up getting divorced, that idea never entered our minds. We were genuinely happy. People would ask how we managed to stay so in love over the years, but we never had a big secret. We just truly loved each other. Eventually, we took out a mortgage, and Lily had to start working too. She found a job in an all-women environment. Most days, she came home looking exhausted, venting about the drama of working in a den of snakes. I felt sorry for Lily, so I tried to give her little escapes from her daily grind, sending her and our daughter on trips to different parts of the world. As lonely as I felt when they were gone, I never blamed her for needing a break. Over time, Lily changed. She became calmer and eventually stopped fighting with the women at work. Before big holidays, they'd throw office parties, and after a while, the atmosphere in her team started improving. One time, just before New Year's, she told me they were having a work get-together. I saw nothing wrong with that, so I let her go have fun. She put on a dress so short that I actually commented on it, but she just grinned and reminded me that I was the one who picked it out for her. I had to admit, over the years, she had become even more stunning. Her figure had grown more womanly, and men's eyes followed her wherever she went. But since her office was all women, I didn't see any reason to ask her to change. I said goodbye and told her I expected her back by 10. She promised she'd be home on time, but I even gave her an extra hour, letting her stay out until 11. Right after she left, I helped our daughter with her homework, glancing at the clock every now and then. At exactly 10, Lily called, saying everything was great and they were having a blast. I was happy for her and gave her a friendly reminder to be home soon. But then 11 came and went, and she still wasn't home. That's when I started getting mad. Lily had never done anything like this before. It was the first time she had ever broken a promise to me. I kept calling her over and over, but she didn't pick up. My anger kept rising. Where was she partying? And with whom? After putting our daughter to bed, I lay down, my mind racing with a million thoughts. Then, a couple of hours later, my phone finally rang. Lily's voice was sharp and annoyed. She scolded me for calling so much. But from the way she sounded, I could tell she was drunk. In the background, I heard men's voices and my blood practically boiled. I demanded that she come home immediately. But she only giggled. I was so furious that I started yelling into the phone, so loud that I accidentally woke up our daughter, who got scared. I had no choice but to end the call, hoping Lily would come home soon, but I was very, very wrong. 5 in the morning, Lily called again to say she was catching a cab. I had been staring out the window all night, so half an hour later, when I saw her step out of a super high-end car, my stomach dropped. That wasn't a taxi. It had to be some guy's ride. A guy she had been partying with. I could tell from the way she walked that she was completely hammered. But that wasn't even the worst part, not compared to what came next. When I opened the door, she looked like a complete mess. Her hair was tangled, her stockings were torn, and her entire appearance screamed used up. I lost it. I gave her a little shove right then and there. And that's when I saw it. A hickey on her neck. I took a deep breath, trying to hold myself together, then demanded an explanation. But she could barely stand, let alone give me a straight answer. All I got was some slurred nonsense about how she had been having fun. Her disheveled state told me everything I needed to know. She had probably been entertained all night, maybe by more than one man. I had no idea how to process it. It had never even crossed my mind that she would go that far. Right then, our daughter woke up. But I wouldn't let her near Lily. My wife didn't even seem to notice her. She was on autopilot, stumbling straight to the bathroom. After that chaos, she passed out and slept the entire next day. I spent that time feeling lost, trying to figure out what to do. And then it hit me. I was the one who had basically given her permission to go party. The first person I thought to call was my mom. She had always been my go-to for advice, constantly preaching peace in our home. She used to say I had the best wife in the world, the sweetest, most innocent girl. But the second I told her what happened, I could feel her entire perspective flip. She was just as shocked as I was. After that conversation, my decision was clear. I went straight to the courthouse and filed for divorce. By the time I got home, Lily had finally woken up. She was hungover but trying desperately to redeem herself in my eyes. I asked her point blank, "Did you cheat on me?" She nodded. Then she collapsed at my feet, begging for forgiveness. I leapt away like she was on fire. That moment I realized I no longer saw her as my wife. She knew exactly how I felt about cheating. But she did it anyway. I could tell she felt awful. Ashamed. But all I felt was disgust. I didn't want to hear a single excuse. To my surprise, our daughter sided with me. She was only 10, but she told me clear as day that she wanted to live with me after the divorce. That was a huge relief. I couldn't imagine leaving her with Lily. Who knows how that might have affected her upbringing? I was ready to start over. So, the first thing I did was move to another city where I already had an apartment. My daughter adjusted quickly. She made new friends and never once seemed to miss our old town. As for my now ex-wife, she drifted from man to man, apparently deciding this was the perfect time to rack up more experience in the bedroom. Looks like that was the path she chose. And that's how my story ends. Thanks for listening, guys. If you got something out of this, feel free to like and share. Take care.